It's funny now.
It's funny now. Like,
it wasn't funny then.
Good learning experience.
Oh my gosh.
Namaste.
Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
From Art and Music.
That's right.
Your favorite mom and pop guitar shop.
Just breathe.
Just breathe, yeah, we're trying. It's been a day.
It is.
Of things and stuff.
Life.
And things. So we're not bitter at all. But Paul's here, and he's slightly bitter.
He's bitter for the both of us.
But he's laughing on the outside. And we're going to answer your questions. Let's get to it. First question, is the microphone on?
I don't know.
It's good shirt thing. Bitter on the inside, smiling on the outside.
Yeah. Inside bitterness. You
Okay,
should do that. I'll buy one.
It's on camera, so we'll always remember.
Cam Demand. Hey, RNA. Well, we we survived 1 month, LOL, with the new baby.
Yes.
Cam Demand has a baby.
Yes, he does.
And his wife also has a baby. With Cam Demand. I've got two questions. First one is for my wife, to Angela. Wifey question.
Wifey question.
Do you see any benefits to raising a baby at home as opposed to daycare? We can answer that. Second question is from me to Ryan. Do you notice any brand rivalries flare up, especially approaching NAMM? Oh, NAMM.
Oh, okay, I can see it.
Okay, Angela, daycare or no daycare?
Ooh, no daycare.
If possible.
No daycare, yes. If you can go without it, even if you just, for the first 5 years of their life, even if you struggle financially with having just one income, struggle, baby, struggle.
Ramen noodles.
Ramen noodle it.
Hot dogs.
You know, if you can live off of hubby's income and just downgrade your cars, downgrade your house to an apartment, whatever you have to do, I would totally go with mama staying home with baby. One, because mamas cannot be replaced. And I get that you need a break sometime. That's when hubby comes into play, so mama can have some time off. Cam, you give mama some time off if she needs some time off. Like on a Saturday or a whole weekend with the girls or with her mom or whomever she feels comfortable with going out and spending some time alone. Take in a grandparent or whomever that you trust watching your child. We didn't have our kids spend the night with anybody until they were a year old. It's because they were able to talk a little bit. So if anything went wrong, they can tell us themselves. Whenever you're dealing with a daycare situation, you are putting your child in the hands of somebody who might be having a very bad day. And there are things that slip out of your mouth, and there's things that have been said. And I have worked in daycare.
I was going to say, let's just say this. Angela has taught in daycares.
Yes.
So she knows.
I've been a pre-K teacher, a 2- and 3-year-old teacher, and I've been at good daycares, excellent daycares, and I've been at one, a couple that
somewhat lacking.
Very lacking. And everybody who works at daycare is just like every teacher, they're humans. And you are, especially in a baby at its very formative years, between 0 and 5 years, when they're learning their speech, they're learning their understanding of acceptance and love and security and knowing who they are. Having someone else take care of them in such a formative stage is very tricky. I think a lot of kids come up with such identity struggles because having mom and dad only have them in the very early in the mornings and very evenings, it gives them a little bit of instability. And so, and then during the day, unless you really, really trust the person, like a nanny who can come to your home, if you can find somebody like a younger person, especially if someone who's taking night classes and they need some extra money and they can come to your home and you have like nanny cams and stuff like that.
Nanny microphones.
Nanny microphones, and you let them know I am filming you, then you have to understand that you're literally handing your child over to someone who may treat them very badly, may treat them great. Now there's lots of great women, lots of great daycares out there, but again, everybody has a bad day. And we were blessed where whenever Nicholas was born, Ryan was going to college, and I was a phlebotomist. And so during the week, I was blessed to have a job that I only worked the weekend. So I worked Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I worked 2 16 hours on one. I worked 16, 16, and an 8. So I got 40 hours in 3 days. And so, but during hospital work. So whenever, during the week I was home, and on the weekends Ryan was home. And then my Monday job, I worked from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. And so Ryan had him
as soon as I got home from class.
Yeah,
she went to work.
I went to work, and then Ryan had Nicholas. Now, when we had Aiden 5 years later, I went to Bible school. We moved to Tulsa. I went to Bible school, and I was at Bible school from 8 to noon. And then I got home. When I got home, Ryan went to work that evening, usually from 1 to 9 or something like
2 to
that.
9.
2 to 9. So there was a moment, little bridge in there, where Ryan was home with the boys in the mornings, and then we had a place where it was like a transition daycare where they would stay there for like a couple of hours until I got to them.
Maybe 1 hour,
or maybe 1 hour,
hours,
even 30
maybe.
minutes, you know, whatever. And because it was an hourly daycare, it wasn't.
What's it called? Frog something? Leapfrog.
Leapfrog. Pollywogs.
Pollywogs.
Frog
daddies.
Frog daddies. Frog legs. I don't know. Kermit the Frog.
Pollywogs.
It was called Pollywogs. And so we had a moment, and then I started working for the Bible school I attended. It had a daycare system, and Aiden was there at the school with me. So I was able to check on him all through the day and see what he was doing and seeing his progress, and I got to know his teachers. But as soon as my mama alarms went off, it was like, okay, he's staying home with you today, or, you know, we're not doing this day, because his livelihood and his security and him knowing that mama was always there for him was more important to me than a paycheck. And the you know, a lot of people are like, well, they need to understand that separation stuff. They'll have the next 13 years to be separated from you for 8 hours of the day. You know, the first 5 years of their life are very important. So the next 13 years of kindergarten through their senior year, and then if they go off to college, they will be separated from you.
There's plenty of separation to come.
There's plenty. And if they have after-school activities, if they do sports, there's going to be plenty of time for them to bloom and grow and have social interaction. So, saying all that short, zooming it back into your question, I would, if you can, try possibly to stay at home with baby. And try to do, like, take on another kiddo that you can possibly take care of. Maybe not an infant, maybe a toddler that can kind of move around a little bit. Or work where you can pick up somebody's kids and bring them home after school, help them work with their homework so mom and dad can pick them up from a home instead of a daycare themselves. There's many ways to subsidize, supplement your income so that you don't have to
sell plasma.
Yeah, sell plasma.
Become a bass player.
You get some money. They're always in demand. That is the truth.
Bass player is always in demand.
So there's always ways around it so that you can work. You just have to be really creative, and I encourage it wholeheartedly.
Now we understand it's not easy.
It's not always the way.
It's not easy.
And I'm not condemning anybody. Yeah. Just FYI, get off your soapbox. Well, I went. Yeah, a lot of people do, and it might have been great for your kid. But a mama's heart knows, your kid. You just know. And there's a lot of times that we get so pressured into either going back to work, or as women, we get pressured into all these different scenarios. And it's always nice to know that there are women out there that have been in both sides of the spectrum. And it's okay to give yourself permission to relax and actually spend time with your kid and be with your kid and do what's best for you. Not necessarily what the world has been telling you what's best for everybody else. Because what's good for the goose is not always good for the gander.
If you can make it work, you will not regret it later on.
You won't. Yeah, because we have really great relationships with our kids. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I do spend a lot of time with them. And I'm able to impart into them a lot of things that I say. Like, our thing is, like, you're not allowed to be a teenager. Like, they're like, oh, they're going through the teenage years. I'm like, oh, no, that's not allowed at this house. Because if mama can't have her hormone blare you out, chunk you from a fast-moving vehicle when I'm having a bad day, I mean, you can't go through the house and stomp your feet and slam your door. So if mama can learn self-control, you can learn self-control. And the only way they do that is when they're around me all the time and they've learned and they've seen me exhibit self-control. So there's all these kind of things that only a mama can give their kid. And it's meant for that way. So
yeah. There you go. Hope that was helpful, Mama Demand.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
After all that, the answer is 7.
Yes.
All right. Second question for Ryan. Do I notice any brand rivalries flare up, especially approaching NAMM? Not really that often, although recently I saw on Schecter's Instagram, they shared a picture of some guitars where you scroll, 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 and the very last one was an ESP that looked just like a Schecter. Exact same paint job, and it was like, oh, Schecter, they're calling out ESP, you know, and it was kind of funny. They were throwing some shade. Now, some people were joking, like, whatever, it's the same company.
What that means.
I think it means you're, you know...
Throwing shade?
Yeah.
It's like throwing bad vibes. Kind of
You're
dissing them.
You dissed them.
You putting a black cloud over him or something?
Yeah, throwing shade. I'm like, you know what? Shade's really nice when it's
I know,
105
I like
degrees
the shade.
outside in Texas.
So
Like,
would you say...
get me in the shade.
Would you say the ESP is a cheap Schecter?
You're a cheap Schecter. No, well, people are like, well, it's the same company. I'm like, it's not the same company. Yes, they have the same owner. It's a Japanese businessman, owns both companies. But each company has its own.
Both of them?
Bofos of them. CEOs and, you know, Michael Ciravallo has been the CEO of Schecter for forever. ESP's got its own. I always tell people it's like when Paul used to work for Pizza Hut. And he was the manager there. We have a Pizza Hut in our town. We also have a Sonic. Pizza Hut, Sonic. Those were both owned by the same dude. Pizza Hut and Sonic are not the same company. Just because they're owned by the same guy. Who actually owned a buttload of cotton patches. Didn't he own all the cotton patches?
He sold the Sonic and a lot of the cotton patches.
Frickin' bajillionaire at 40 years old. So mad at him.
His wife was hot back then.
Oh, was she?
Back then.
Well, when you're a millionaire, I guess
That's 20 years ago.
she might not be. Anyways, you can own.
I was 20 young.
You're like,
You can own more than one
She
company.
was rich.
that's what it was.
When you were 20,
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
40-year-old rich 40-year-olds were hot when you were 20.
Yeah.
What about an average
that means I
income
was five
40-year-old?
Yes. What about a middle
Somebody
class
thinks you're hot.
40-year-old?
So that was kind of funny, but you know, but I was laughing because I'm like, yeah, but you guys didn't actually invent that paint color either, Schecter. I mean, like pretty much everybody copies everybody when it comes to finishes and color schemes and stuff. Nobody's, you know, doing anything that's incredibly super original, but not too
There's
much.
only so much you can do with a guitar.
Yeah, there's only so many colors in this rainbow spectrum. So not a lot, really. That one was kind of funny, and that kind of jumped out because typically you don't see the bigger companies kind of do that kind of stuff.
Right.
The smaller companies that are younger and haven't been around very long will tend to throw darts at the big boys sometimes, but the big boys don't really care because that's why they're the big boys. They got their big boy pants on.
Yeah.
So not very often, really. I will tell you this. No, I won't tell you. Never mind.
You got my attention on that one.
Secret sauce.
Really?
Well, there's a lot of behind the scenes talk. People talk.
Yes. Keep on reeling it back in. Just
People
reel it-
talk,
reel it back
and it
in.
usually doesn't make it out to the public. There's a lot of behind the scenes industry stuff that goes on.
There's a lot of behind the scenes of everything.
Chitter chatter everywhere. People.
Chitter.
Everybody knows what's going on with everybody else. They may not say it publicly for promotional reasons, but there's stuff going on all the time. Anyway, thanks for the question, Cam Demand. Next question. Colin James. Happy New Year, guys. Haven't been able to think of a substantive questions lately. Substantive. But I thought of something. Since you live in Texas and I live in Memphis, like Memphis, Texas. It's 8 o'clock.
Yep. Do you know where your children are?
I'm assuming Memphis, Tennessee, and not the Memphis bar in Longview, Texas.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that there could be some contention here, but contention here? But I'm gonna go ahead. What's your favorite kind of barbecue? Ribs, brisket, pulled pork, etc. What do you order when you go to a new barbecue joint to decide whether they have good Q? As a barbecue judge for nearly a decade, I will be judging your answers.
Nice.
I don't like judgment. I believe we're all free to do what we want.
I am offended by this
I'm
question.
offended that you would judge my answer.
Out of my 40 years on Earth, nothing has beaten backwards.
Yeah. All right, but so if you go to a new barbecue place, what do you order to determine? Like, if I go to a Mexican food place and their tacos aren't good, like, how do you not make good tacos?
Right.
So if your tacos are crap,
basic.
you're crap. How do you go to an Italian restaurant and the spaghetti's not good?
Right.
Good of vows.
Stop it.
Yeah,
I
mean,
it.
spaghetti is not a super complex dish.
Right.
And
Spaghetti?
if you can't make good spaghetti, then you're probably not a good Italian restaurant. I'm assuming, but I wouldn't know good Italian food if it slapped me in the face. Apparently,
Right.
because I like Jerry's
I know
pizza.
you guys. If you think vows is good, no.
I don't think it's good. It's just what we have.
Yeah, it's just
Pizza
what you
Hut
can.
spaghetti's better than vows.
Pizza
Oh,
Hut spaghetti
Lord.
is not bad. Anyways, okay.
So what's your favorite ribs, brisket, pulled pork, etc.?
I think
What do you-
I
what's
think
the
you
first
can
thing?
judge. I think you can judge a restaurant on their ribs. Like if their ribs are crap, that's not good. If their ribs are awesome,
I'm not a rib. That's not my go-to. My thing is the brisket.
Yeah.
If the brisket is dry and too fatty, now there's a perfect portion, proportion between the meat and
certain
the fat.
amount of fattiness
Because you
you
have
need.
to have a little bit of the fattiness. But if it's mostly gristle, like it's just this nasty sliminess to it. But if it cuts really nice and they know how to cut it in the right direction, my mouth is watering now. And a good sauce. And their sauce has to be right. It has to be the right consistency. Has to have this right balance between tangy and spicy and sweet. Sometimes I do like a non-sweet sauce where it's more like kind of not an A1, but it has that kind of more tart taste to it. So that has to be. So mine would be the brisket. And then my next thing would be the pulled pork. Because pulled pork has to be very balanced because it has to be very moist in the sauce and the marinade that it's in has to be perfect because it has to have a right smokiness taste to it and fat to meat ratio. I like barbecue.
she does like her some barbecue. Probably more than I do.
But I grew up on it like so much. Like that was it. Whenever
Y'all had a lot of
everywhere.
barbecue?
Yes.
We barely had
lot
any
of
barbecue when
growing
I
up.
was a kid.
Yeah.
We didn't have much.
Oh, well, that stinks.
I've had a lot of mediocre ribs.
Yeah.
And I've had some fantastic ribs. And I was like, this is the best barbecue joint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one in Houston was
You
awesome.
guys ever seen I Want to Get You, Sucker?
I don't think so.
Not for a long time.
So I was like, how much for ribs? It's $5. He goes, oh, I'd like one. He goes, all right, order ribs. She goes, no, one rib.
One rib.
I said
rib,
that.
yeah.
You guys-
Ah, rib.
Yes.
We ate at a place in Houston called Savastano's. Is that right?
I think so.
I think it was Savastano's. I get
Yeah.
that place in what's the Italian joint in Tulsa?
Yeah.
There's an Italian. What was that place?
I don't know, but they did the deep dish,
Yeah.
the Chicago style pizza.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I think the
It
place
was
in Houston
good.
was Savastano's. Because I was like, that's weird. That's like an Italian name, but it's a.
But it's
It's
because
barbecue.
he is an Italian man. But
It was amazing.
yeah. It
Like-
was really but big servings.
Oh my
like
God.
meaty ribs. And my
The
mouth
ribs
was
were
really
so-
watering.
You can tell we haven't had dinner yet.
Yeah, the ribs were so good.
All I've had is like a spoonful, a forkful
I
of
mean,
peanut butter.
I've been tempted to drive to freaking Houston.
I know, we
just
should
to go back
totally,
and
we should
eat
all three
there.
go
We
on
should
a
go.
Saturday.
What, 3 hours?
Yeah, 3.5 hours.
It's not that bad. And I'm eating a high
If
protein.
we leave like at
high
8,
fat
we could
diet
be there
right
by
now.
lunch. Spend the... Oh, let's make a date. Let's do it.
Yeah, it was really good.
That'd be a great vlog.
Now there's actually there have been about 2 or 3 barbecue places here in Canton, but
Yeah,
the only
they're
one we
good.
ever go to is Backwoods.
Which is right there.
Backwoods is literally right down the street from Canton. I mean, from Arnie Music, which is all that really matters about Canton.
Yeah, just right there.
Right there, right there. We took Pat from Australia to have some Backwoods.
Yes,
He thought we were saying backwards.
yes.
Why is it backwards, Brian? It's backwoods. Like you're in the back of the woods. Not backwoods.
Yes.
Backwoods?
My dad is
Backwards?
Alabamian. So we grew up on Bob Gibson's. And Bob Gibson was actually on Drivers, Dine-Ins, and Dives. Drive-ins, diners, diners, drive-ins, and dives. Anyways, what's his name? Guy Fieri came. Anyways, but they were on Food Network, and they were like voted best barbecue in like that region
I almost
area.
said something really nasty.
And you can actually buy and order and have Bob Gibson's sauce delivered to you. It's white, so
Online?
it's like a vinegary. It's like a vinegary.
White?
It's white.
White sauce.
It's white sauce.
White sauce.
And it is so stinking good. It is so good. Like, I would put it on everything. Like I put it on my coleslaw. I put it on my roll.
Put it on my Dr. Pepper.
I mix it in with my potato salad. I put it in.
I just stuck a straw in the bottle.
I almost did.
Just drink the sauce.
I almost did. What is that show or that movie where they're drinking the ranch dressing and he has like a ranch dressing? What's that on that movie? Anyways, but he's just like, oh my god, this is good. Anyways, it's good. And they're known for their barbecue chicken because chicken is really big in Alabama. So,
yeah, there's different. Well, you know, obviously there's Texas barbecue, there's Alabama barbecue, and there's.
I like Memphis barbecue.
I don't think Ohio has barbecue.
I ate at a barbecue place at the airport in Memphis.
Memphis. Oh yeah, you
for
did.
my layover. Mm-hmm.
She had a layover in Memphis.
I did. And I ate at a barbecue place. It was really good. It was like
Airport
it was
barbecue.
right there because the Memphis airport has like all this Elvis stuff and blues and
Why wouldn't you?
inside the airport because it like music notes on the ground and stuff like that.
Memphis.
And so I stopped and I was like, oh, I'll go to this little barbecue place. It was good. Had a little pulled pork sandwich. And some
4 out of 5 stars, or 2 out of 5 stars.
I would say 3.5 stars.
3.5 stars at the airport barbecue in
It
Memphis.
was good, but it was an airport, so the ambiance of the place
It
was
okay.
airporty.
So
You guys are missing the important thing. He says, what do you decide, or how do you decide the best barbecue?
Yeah.
well, I said on the ribs.
I'm saying,
meat
for
to meat ratio.
is it's got to be non-fancy. It's got to be the dingiest place that just has a sign up that says barbecue.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the
it's
more
like,
hole in the wall it is,
like,
the better
like
it is.
Piggies.
If it
like
looks like you're going to get murdered with a shack and it says barbecue.
If you have a guy walking out going, "Says you like your meal."
If there's somebody on the
His hand on
porch
it.
playing the banjo.
If it looks like Leatherface's cooking, it's
Probably.
It
good
looks like
barbecue.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
If it looks
just
like
took
some of the
place.
menu might be made of human.
It will be good barbecue.
It's good
It'll be
barbecue.
awesome barbecue.
Thanks for the question, Colin James. Let us know your final score. I know Angela's going to win, but that's fine. Next question, J Van B231. Ernie Ball Power Slinkies are my go-to. I like the 48 to 11 gauge, and I like that they can still be bothered to use a sleeve for each string. Given your statement about Ernie Ball strings, what would you recommend? Well, D'Addario.
Oh, you stole me. I was totally going to say that.
There's a sign
I was like,
right there. Right. I like D'Addario. I'm a big fan. Before I started playing D'Addario, I was really into GHS strings. I actually still recommend GHS. They don't sell very well for us. We brought those in first because that's what I had played for a long time. Always had good luck with. And then we brought in D'Addario shortly after that. And when people came in, they would always pretty much buy the D'Addarios. And I'm like, why am I still carrying this GHS stuff? Because people don't buy it. But I like it. But they kind of had a moment in time, GHS, where they pissed off all of the mom and pop shops in America. Because they made a deal with Walmart. So for a very short period of time, you could go into frickin' Walmart and buy some GHS boomers for real cheap. And so all the music stores were like, you know what, GHS? F you! F you for putting that stuff.
children's show, Ryan.
I didn't
show.
say.
Can we say fudge?
I could say, forget you, GHS. And so they took a hit with all the mom and pop shops and, bigger independent shops. I'm like, you know what? Who wants to fight with Walmart on prices, right? And, I still carried them at that point in time. Because I remember that. I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. because I think Walmart was selling them cheaper than what our dealer prices were, which is dumb. But anyways, I still carry GHS. I still think they're great strings, but they took a hit in the industry many years back.
Yeah.
So I like D'Addario. I'm a big fan of the NYXL strings. I know they're a little pricey compared to the standard D'Addario strings, but I like them. And I don't always use them myself because, I mean, they're pricey for me even at dealer cost. So I like to use just the normal D'Addario strings.
D'Addario.
And Johnny Piz was the best sales rep I ever had.
Yes.
Ever.
Ever.
John Pizzarusso, D'Addario. He is
Another
now
Italian.
Machine.
Yeah, Mean Machine. He has a band. He plays guitar.
Yes,
He's great.
I follow you on Instagram, John.
I do. Hi, John. I'm going to tag him. I'm going to send this to him and tell him, hey, we're talking about John Pizzarusso, D'Addario, who is sadly no longer my sales rep because he got promoted.
Because he's that awesome.
He's amazing, and so he's up in the company now over the other reps.
Italians are.
Yeah, Italians keep working their way up. Eventually, they're at the top. I mean, I think D'Addario's Italian, Jim D'Addario, so he may not be able to knock off Jim from his perch. But one of these days, that's what I told. That's what I told Johnny Piz. I was like, well, when you're vice president of D'Addario, just remember me. Hook me up. Hook a brother up. Because every rep I've had since John, they've all been very nice. I've had no problem with any of them. But they're no Johnny Piz. So
he knew his game.
He's good. Which is probably why he moved up. Cream rises to the top.
He didn't like Jerry's either.
He knew not to say anything, so I would not stop ordering.
He's a nicer
D'Addarios.
Italian.
He knows how to work with people from the South because he told me.
He'd be like the cousin Frankie.
Because he's
the one guy who wants to be part of the mob but doesn't want to get in trouble.
He's the one that the mom's like, you are such a good boy.
So Johnny Piz is super smart because he told me he's just on the phone all day long calling music stores. And he says the way he would talk to a music store in Long Island is not the way you talk to the guy at the music store down in Houston. Because the way you talk to people in certain parts of the country, you got to adapt your sales pitch to who you're talking to.
And he did.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He was good.
He's real good. So he knew not to insult my favorite pizza joint. He played us real well. He played me. He knew not to insult my favorite pizza joint that's not real pizza because he knew I'd keep mine in strings. So thank you, John, for not insulting my favorite not real pizza place like my other Italian friends who don't care about my feelings. Love you, John. All right, there you go, J-Man B23. Commercial for John Pizzarusso.
Yes,
next question, Daryl Forshe. Ryan, have you ever played a Telecaster Thinline? I'm interested in the vintage 7-2. I have not, Daryl. I'm not a big Telecaster player.
Say Daryl like
Daryl?
Walking Dead.
This is my brother Daryl.
I think of what is it?
Daryl.
Bob Newhart show.
You're my brother Daryl.
I'm Daryl. This is my brother Daryl.
I think Daryl's a cool name. Dimebag Daryl.
Darryl.
I mean, it's just, what are you gonna say?
Ex-stepdad Daryl.
Yes.
I only know one Daryl that is not awesome. It's Paul's former stepdad Daryl. The former Bitter Basement's former stepdad Daryl.
The former Daryl.
Not a fan. But other Daryls are cool. I have not, so I can't really comment yay or nay on that. But you know who probably has played that? Anthony Acavangelo from Flipside Music, Denver, Colorado. Shameless plug for Flipside Music.
Like Tim Worley? I don't know. Who else plays the
Telecaster?
Telecaster?
He hasn't done a Flipside spot yet.
Yeah, hasn't that. Flipside hasn't come. Ike only plays like tellies. Like he's got like 15 tellies.
On the bottom is like how many times you've been. Ding,
how many Ask Arne videos
ding,
have we made?
Ding, ding, every time it does.
So now you may or may not know, Flipside Music also does a What the Fac, What the FAQ video.
I've been saying that wrong.
Yeah, you have. Have you asked them the question, Paul? You should go ask them the question. That would be funny. What the FAQ. So you should go over to Anthony's What the FAQ and ask him if he's ever played one. Because he probably has. Because he's all about the tellies.
He'd be able to tell you.
I don't know why. Anthony's probably played one. So, yeah, there you go. Thanks for the question, Daryl. Appreciate it. Next question. Divided by time, can you do a lesson on Moth into Flame? Maybe?
Cut to holding flame and moth flying.
So what you do is you go outside with a really big lighter.
You just wait.
And just wait.
But only during the spring or summertime.
Yeah, not right now. It's too cold. Maybe. Probably not anytime real soon. We're in the middle of getting ready for a student recital that's coming up in about 2 weeks.
Yes, got lots of chitlins.
Oh my gosh. So we're trying to get all of our kiddos to get their songs together and get all that stuff going on. I have never learned that song. That's actually, I think, my favorite song off that new record of Metallica's. I haven't learned a new Metallica song in a really long time.
Yeah.
I still like the old ones, the hits. But
last thing I learned was off Load, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. The most recent song. Well, I think I learned a little bit of Frantic. I liked 2 songs.
Is that TikTok?
Yeah,
No.
And Saint Anger.
That's an annoying song.
Which one? Frantic.
Mm-hmm.
I just like him with TikTok.
I like Saint Anger though. I like that one a lot.
Are we gonna get demonetized for that?
No. We actually have to play the song.
Awesome.
So we can make fun of it all we want. I'll try, remind me. I've not sat down and taken time to learn it, but I probably should. I like that one. It would be great as soon as we get past all this recital stuff. So
yes,
I gotta go home and learn. I have to go home and learn Tush by ZZ Top tonight.
Yeah, I like how you texted me this morning. You want to play in the recital? When is it? 2 weeks? I'm like,
You'll be fine. You're amazing.
what songs is it?
Really easy ones.
There's like 10 songs.
Caroline's back, so she's gonna play the For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Okay.
So she's great. So you'll just have to play the country songs. And Amarillo by Morning.
Oh my God.
It's easy. Country stuff.
I love that song.
What's the other one?
There's a Taylor Swift song.
There might be a Taylor Swift song.
Shake It Up?
No.
What's that one right now?
Something about a fairy tale. I don't know. Maybe. I've got to find something for Maddie to play that's pretty easy.
Fun songs?
Yeah, but those are the ones Caroline's playing. Oh! Going Under, Evanescence.
Did you see the excitement in my face light up?
Yeah.
You lied.
Levitated off the thing.
Well, so what I want you to do though, because there's the bass part, but then underneath it there's just like keyboard going do 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 do.
And then play the keyboard?
Yeah. No, play the keyboard part on your bass.
Okay.
Give
I
you
can play keyboard.
Give you a challenge.
It's one of my...
Lesser known talents.
Yes. Because there's keyboard and bass player.
It's basically the same thing.
I don't want people knowing I play the keyboard.
Keyboard
That's
and
even
bass.
worse. That's pretty John Tesh of you.
Yanni was my idol growing up.
Whatever, man.
John Tesh was a cheap Yanni.
As I zip up my John
You're a cheap
Tesh
Yanni.
t-shirt.
You're a cheap Yanni. I'll try divided by time.
Yanni and that stash.
It might be a few weeks though. You may have to remind me because I
Yanni's
might
hair
forget.
from the 90s.
Heck yeah.
Yanni's drummer was amazing. Next question, Victor Garcia. Hello, Ryan, Angela, and Paul.
Hello.
Oh, hey. What's Paul's favorite Joker? Ryan, what cooking recipe dish do you consider
chair.
Angela's best? Angela, do you prefer single coils or humbuckers? Bring it on in. Bring it on in. Paul, what's your favorite Joker?
Why is this light always look like a ghost?
Why
I even wore a dark
I know, we
color.
need to get you a taller chair too.
Why are you so ghosty?
I am about Ryan's size, just in case you didn't know.
Height, not girth. Roundness. Anyways,
Who's my favorite Joker?
that's a great question.
That's a difficult question because are you doing movies, comic books?
I think
Cartoons.
the entire DC
Cartoons.
universe. All of the above.
Oh my
What was the guy's name from back in the 60s?
Cesar Romero?
Yeah.
It started there. And then I was in a car wreck, and I woke up in the hospital, and the first thing I remember when I waking up was this big old comic book that had the Joker, Batman, and the Hulk on the front of it. and I didn't relate to the Hulk or Batman. So that was in 1980. I remember that. No, it was before that. That's how I got this scar. Is it on this thing?
79.
See my scar?
I see it.
It's getting darker as I get older. Looks like I got in a sword fight and somebody went, ah! So it's a bad A scar.
He's scarred.
I like the ones from the comic books. They're darker. Heath Ledger portrayed a really good version of the Joker that you would read in the comic books depending on what comic you read, because some of the comic ones are just stupid. Yeah. There was one from a book called Arkham Asylum, which was just sick and twisted Joker. Kind of made me...
It's like a graphic novel?
It was a graphic novel.
Okay.
So live action ones, Cesar Romero because he started it, but then I like the Heath Ledger's portrayal, and then Jack Nicholson's would follow right behind that.
Mark Hamill's Joker?
Cartoon.
That's cartoon. I was on movies.
Oh, I mean, in
overall,
general.
Then it would just have to be
overall.
the comic book, the 80s golden era.
I'm saying which year comic book Joker?
80s.
80s comic Joker.
Mm-hmm. It got darker in the 90s, which I liked the darkness.
You know who else? You know who else likes the darkness?
He likes the one when he's like cackling and has the ha 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 ha,
Yeah.
and he has blood splatter across his face.
Yes.
You know who else likes the darkness? Batman.
It never says he likes the darkness.
He is the night. He's the Dark Knight.
Come on, he wore purple, blue, and gray in the 60s.
60s was lame. You know, he's less lame now.
He's still lame.
I like the Adam West Batman.
It's a guy in a suit.
I like his voice.
Yeah, but he's
Can't
awesome.
beat the Adam West Batman's voice.
You what? No, I meant Adam West. That's probably one of the few times I got starstruck because I went up to him and he was like, "Hey, young," what did he say? "Hey, young man," in his Batman voice, and I went, "Ha." And I couldn't say anything back. The only other person who did that to me was Christopher Lloyd. He said something to me, and I just went. And he was like waiting for a reply. And I was just
awestruck. I like it when that happens to me.
No, I met Elvira, no problem. She made me blush, but
yeah,
very few people can do that.
She spanked you.
She did spank me.
If Adam West had spanked you, it would have been you probably.
I would have had two mugs. One with Elvira spanking me, one with Adam West spanking me. And I met him right in time because he died 3 months after I met him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good timing for you, bad timing for him.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I did that. I apologize to all that.
He contracted.
Awesome.
He contracted the bitterness.
Yeah.
So 80s comic
He left
book
on a
book-
high note, though. He
Yeah.
got to meet you.
Yeah, he got to meet the bitter bassman. I mean, how many
I
people?
signed something for
How
him.
many people have met the bitter bassman? Adam West has.
There you go.
That's right.
Bruce Campbell has.
Bruce Campbell has.
Mm-hmm.
Elvira.
Yeah.
Christian Slater. Sam Raimi.
You got a lot of famous fans.
I do. Sum 41.
Pretty impressive. Al Yankovic several
Al
times.
Yankovic.
Multiple Yanks.
Gabrielle Zena. Who else is it? Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
He's a lucky man for meeting me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Star Trek cast.
Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
William Shatner.
Kirk and Picard.
And Picard, yeah.
They're fans of the bitter bassman.
Dr. Crusher touched my butt. I told somebody
She's
that.
a little
They're like,
frisky. She's a
isn't she
cougar.
like 70? I'm like, yeah, so.
Now!
She wasn't back then.
But when I watch the TV show
She
now,
was only in her
doesn't look
40s
70.
then.
I know.
She wasn't much older than us then.
All right, so that's...
Touch my butt. I've had two famous people touch my butt.
I'm a little weirded out now.
Elvira and the doctor.
Because she still looks so old.
No, she doesn't. You saw the
Elvira?
No.
Elvira looks the same.
Dr. Crusher.
Dr. Crusher. Even going back and watching the old ones, knowing that she's in her 40s.
She's our
and it's
age,
like,
though. That
she's
means
our
we look
age.
Yeah, well, she was a mom on the show with a teenager.
Shut up, Wesley.
Single mom.
I thought you were having a hot flash.
I'm like, me. That's me. A mom.
Yeah, but you're
with
way
teenage kids.
You're way prettier than she is.
Oh my gosh.
Black don't crack.
It's true.
That's true. Yeah, so you look
And
way
crack
younger.
is whack.
Yeah, don't do it
It rhymed.
unless you
Red
need to.
Ribbon Week.
I don't know what that means.
Ryan, what cooking recipe dish do you consider Angela's best?
Have I even had your cooking?
Probably
Besides-
No, you never come over for Thanksgiving, so
I had a girl invite me somewhere. People I see every day, or a female.
Yeah, we've never really had you over for dinner. We usually just grab pizza.
Yeah, Jerry's or
she makes an amazing chicken fried
Domino's.
steak. I have to say.
And a homemade lasagna.
Oh yeah, I homemade, but I haven't had that as much.
I know, because we don't really.
Yeah, first time she made me chicken fried steak, she's like, "I'm making chicken fried steak." I'm like, "I think we lived in Nacogdoches."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Nicholas hadn't been born yet, or maybe he was a baby or something. I'm like, "Okay, hope it's good." I mean, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, we ate very plain food. She's like, "I'm gonna cook," and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
We'll see. Because I'm like, I thought my mom's chicken fried steak was good. And it was. And she made this chicken fried steak, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. Like, I didn't even use a fork. I just picked it up, and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I just ate it.
He's like, oh.
Yeah. It was amazing. I was like, where did you learn to do that? But your mom taught you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that your mom's recipe?
Yeah, my mom taught me how to cook.
My mom's
My mom's
not
a great
watching.
yeah, full Neanderthal on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's not watching, so I'm going to say Angela's mom's chicken fried steak is better than my mom's chicken fried steak. But my mom doesn't watch my
I was
videos.
gonna say, I'm glad your mom supports you.
My mom does.
Yeah, Vanessa watches our videos.
So she's going to have a word with you saying FU on there.
I didn't.
She said F.
I know.
Yeah.
The letter F.
I totally
After-
reined it
She's a
in.
mom, whatever. You know.
After the day I've had,
You would
I
understand.
deserve
Mom,
some
you will
FUs.
understand.
Does
She does understand because we told her.
Does he get? Does she get mad when she watches A Christmas Story and he goes fudge?
We weren't allowed to watch The Christmas Story growing up. I didn't watch until I was a teenager.
Vanessa.
They couldn't have Lucky Charms because Lucky Charms were the devil.
Yeah.
But now they have
Now
Lucky
she
Charms.
laughs about it. She's like, while she's eating her Lucky Charms and watching
She's like,
watching the Smurfs
and
with her
watching
grandkids.
Terminator.
I deprived my kids from all this. I enjoy it so much.
We were missing out. We were missing out.
She's laughing and milk is spitting from her mouth. I was like, Angela,
I really
stop
want
it.
some Lucky Charms now.
Angela K.
Angela,
Don't say that in front of your YouTube friends.
don't tell people. Yeah.
We all go through a weird stage. It's okay.
It's okay, Mom. We love you.
I'll get out of mine any day now.
Her chicken fried steak was really good. So that's, I would say, that was the one that definitely left a memory. Like, yeah, yeah, that was good. But everything she makes is good.
Well, the thing is, I can cook a plethora of meals. Like, I have a lot of things that I can make. He doesn't eat anything. He only
As you
eats
can tell.
meats, spaghetti, tacos, and so I haven't been able to like experiment with a lot
I eat
of
more than
meals.
spaghetti and tacos.
Like I make
Yeah.
homemade chicken tortilla soup, and I make a lot of things. He never eats them, so he wouldn't be able to tell you what my favorite kids.
I also blame my mom. That's also Rose's fault.
yes.
And
So-
She made me grilled cheese
I'm gonna
sandwiches.
start cooking for Paul because Paul actually eats vegetables.
I do.
My mom made me
Nothing
grilled
but
cheese
vegetables in my
sandwiches
fridge.
when
Like,
I didn't
Paul,
want
I'm
to eat
cooking,
what
come
was
over.
on the
I was
table.
like, come to my house. Use my stove.
Yes.
Instead of sending me to my room hungry for not eating
Yeah,
whatever
we
they
had-
cooked, I got grilled cheese sandwiches.
Me and the boys, we
And
had
where's that gotten you?
At terrible places.
terrible.
I know. I'm so mad.
Me and the boys, I bought a skillet
still love my mom,
sensation, and it was like Alfredo chicken, Alfredo with like just mixed vegetables in it. It wasn't anything spectacular, but it was really good. I was like, I can make this, so I did, and it was really, really good. It was just like penne noodles, chicken,
Alfredo sauce and
Alfredo
vegetables.
sauce, and
I've made
mixed
that before.
veggies.
I don't like chicken in my pasta. Like, why would you put chicken in pasta when you could put meat?
That is meat.
That is
Like
meat.
cow meat.
Healthier.
No,
You cow
why
meat.
would you put that in Alfredo?
It's called
Yuck.
goulash.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
I don't put meat
But
in
like
my
beef
Alfredo.
stroganoff, like
Hamburger helper.
yes.
It's beef.
But he won't eat it.
I like hamburger helper.
That was mine.
Well, it's not like
not
you
afraid to
guys
drink
haven't
it.
swap spit.
I'm not afraid to drink after you. You have kissed me before, right?
Maybe.
A couple of times. Not anymore.
I think they did it once in front of me.
Not after that.
No more kisses for Mama.
No more.
Angela, do you prefer single coils or humbuckers?
Oh, humbuckers.
I don't know. Yes.
I just
humbuckers.
Humbuckers just because it's fun to say.
Is that right?
Huh?
Is that right?
What?
Humbuckers?
Yes.
We like humbuckers? Okay, humbuckers.
Humbuckers.
I just like the way they say
They're
sound.
the best.
It's like my favorite word, spelunking.
Yeah, single coil just sounds lame.
Humbunker.
Humbucker.
Can you put a ba in front of that?
Ba humbucker. Yeah, ba single coil? No.
A girl posted, it was Laura. She posted.
I'm glad you said Laura.
Laura posted, replace, it was a meme that says, replace every vowel in your name with oob, O-O-B. It was the funniest thing I've ever...
Lube.
Yes, mine was, because I have 3 vowels in my name. So mine was like...
Oomna jaula.
Yeah, oomba jubaloo.
It sounds like we're speaking a different language all of a sudden.
Mine was ooban jubaloo.
Well, this would be easy. It's like...
Pool.
Poobl.
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 Pooboob.
Poobl.
Oob. Poob oob oob.
Yeah.
Poob oob oob.
Poob ooble.
Poo ooble.
That's about right. Thanks for the question, Victor Garcia.
Ryub.
No, there's no vowels in my name. Wait, there's one.
Someone forgot how to spell.
I don't know.
Ryuban.
Ryubanol.
We're musicians. We only know A.
Unless you use the Y too, then it would be...
Why it's not a vowel?
It can be. Y is the bisexual of the alphabet. It could be a consonant or a vowel.
Yes. It's a trans.
That's not trans. Yeah,
it swings.
It's a
It
pan
swings
or a
both ways.
trans.
Okay, now it's... Yep, rated R.
And next question.
No, this is supposed to be on YouTube. Kids.
Wow, I stopped this conversation. Something's wrong there.
You know what happens when Paul...
That's enough, children.
You know what happens when Paul...
You're making me uncomfortable.
Next question. Driddle. Angela, red vines or Twizzlers?
Ooh.
Neither. No round circles.
Yeah.
What are those called?
I've had to hide them. They're almost gone.
I was wondering. Honestly, when I got here, I was like, "She have them behind the counter."
You got any left? I donate all mine.
Some.
It's the gourmet licorice.
Yeah,
meals.
it's a gourmet.
Gourmet licorice.
Gosh, yes. But if I have to, between red vines, we're not big red vines in the South. It's a Twizzler thing. So if I did Twizzlers, it would be Twizzlers, and it would be strawberry Twizzlers, not cherry. Yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
It's not Paul's question.
Because I've never. I've never had red vines, like the true red vines.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just
it's
like
a harder
thin,
plant.
like licorice.
No, the red vines look like Twizzlers. They're just when you take a bite, they're hollow and they taste. I had a whole bucket full one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I use them as straws.
Yeah.
I'll bite off each end.
Sodas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Smart.
Twizzlers, you can't do that. They're not hollow enough.
Yeah, because they have like the real thin center. Because they're the twist.
The Twizzler's the coffee stirrer of straws.
Yeah.
I don't.
But yeah, I would go Twizzlers. And I like the pull apart Twizzlers too.
I don't like licorice, so I can't really answer that
cherry.
question. Paul, red vines or Twizzlers?
Twizzlers.
Yeah.
I have to go Twizzlers.
Twizzlers.
I do like Twizzlers.
But the real answer is gourmet wheels. Whatever those are called. Gourmet licorice wheels that Paul brought back from Ohio.
That are strawberry.
Are those made in Ohio or something?
No, Ohio has better everything, including candy, so
you just can't find them here.
Look at that quick glance over.
Except they don't have barbecue. I don't think I've ever seen a barbecue place in Ohio.
Yeah, probably not.
Too many white people.
Not necessarily. Depends on what part you're in. I've been places where there's been hundreds of different non-white people, and I was the only white one. And Adrian, my sister, was like, "Don't say nothing.
Keep your mouth shut, Paul."
Hundreds of non-white people.
You know what? You say black people look at you funny because it's like, but
you say people brown.
I don't want to say African American. Not all of you guys are from Africa.
That's true. Because you could be
Or
Cubano.
you're not necessarily black. Some are brown, some are
Italians-
Honduran.
Are Italians white people?
Hondurans are dark.
We are either white or olive.
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought the Italians suffered tremendous persecution at one point, way back there.
They were below black people, along with the Dutch.
Yeah.
The Dutch.
I think that some nations were still a
the
little upset
Dutch.
by the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
So they treated the Italians. They were like, listen, what you did to me 400 BC, I ain't forgetting
What
that.
you guys did when you ruled the planet. So pissed off, Italy.
Going
All
down,
that
Italy.
food and partying you did. Centurions and your
Whatever.
Little skirts.
Your
and
little
gladiator
red thing.
feeding Christians to lions
for sport.
for entertainment.
Whatever.
Dang it, towns. That's in. You know, I forget about that sometimes. Like, wait a minute. Roman Empire ruled the known world. Pretty much.
The known world. We didn't.
And now they like
people partying somewhere.
they live on a little boot.
Yeah.
And that's a boot it. Well, you have the Vatican.
Vatican's its own city within Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Its own thing.
It's full of Italians, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
all
was there. That and a lot of American tourists.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It was very nice.
You got that.
So 500 years from
Whatever.
now, people are looking at Americans like we look at Italians now.
Yeah.
Like, you guys used to rule.
Or the Brits. The Brits
Yeah.
were the same.
Yeah, Brits used to. Yeah. How's it feel to
Yeah.
be like, hey, you guys used to be the
We
kings of
almost
the
had it.
universe
We
for a
almost
couple
had
hundred
it.
years?
That's the only thing America hasn't conquered.
And then you
anyway.
taxed our tea.
Yeah.
Then we threw
I mean,
it
can
in
you
a,
imagine that?
And you got sassy
Water.
about the tea and, you know,
threw it
Yeah.
in the water.
Because
do it in
I ain't part of the system. Can you imagine that though? Is everybody was fine, and
My
all of a sudden
God.
you start taxing stuff, and you lost power because of taxation?
Without representation, we didn't have any representation, and we were pissed off about it because we don't pay nearly any taxes now in America. We barely pay taxes.
Yeah. See, hundreds of years
do.
ago, they didn't have any taxes, and they were doing fine. Now we pay taxes on everything.
It's time for another revolution.
I'm ready.
Final question.
Wow. Did y'all follow all that? I don't know.
There's
Take
a
notes.
little history. That's
That's all for Twizzlers, man.
Yes.
Final question, Mike Cashel. Now this was actually for last week, but I missed it when I was printing off the questions because sometimes I don't. There's a buttload of comments and I miss the
Sometimes
questions.
y'all get caught in there.
Now I love the comments. The comments are great and those are fun to read. And I try to read all of those.
But we're here
Paul
for the
needs to read
questions.
those because there's you get a lot of comments.
He sends me snap pictures of. Hey, look at this
I'll
comment.
screenshot it. Look what they said. So anyway, this was Mike's that I missed last week. It says, thank you for answering my questions. And I missed one. Marvel is my favorite also. Because you're a cool guy, Mike. Happy New Year. Ryan, did you give up on the wireless microphones? Yeah, because I bought those lavalier mics you could clip on.
I forgot you got
shirt.
this.
Yeah.
They were not very expensive. They were like $13 a piece. So it wasn't like, breaking the bank. Kind of. I just haven't been able to get the sound I wanted from them. I'm probably doing something wrong. And so it's a little bit of trial and error. I'm sure they'll be useful in certain situations. But I've got a pretty good microphone on the video camera. If I had a really good boom mic, that would be great.
Because it looks like a boom detached from the boom.
It's a big bullet. It's a boom mic just on the camera.
I like the boom. Who's the boom king? I'm the boom king. It's a Flight of the Conchords reference. Apparently, I am the only one who knows it. So
Probably.
it is not as funny.
It's funny to you. That's what's
That's
important.
all that matters.
As long as you're
I
happy.
thought it was great. I was dancing, but I didn't have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll have to show her a video.
Okay.
So I need to spend some more time kind of messing with them, and I just haven't had time to really. It wasn't quite as easy as clip it on and go,
Right.
as I thought it would be. Mostly because of the mega beards. For me, it's getting in the way. But
Sorry, I got
Whatever.
distracted by flashing numbers.
So I have temporarily given up on them, but when I have maybe more free time, which that should be who knows when, I'll probably give them another try. Thanks for the question, Mike. Right now it's the Video Mic Pro from Rode on the camera. And it's been working pretty good. You guys haven't seemed to complain too much about it. So you get the sirens
roadie
outside,
That's
the
the
road
only
noise.
thing. You get all
I think that makes it more entertaining. So
It makes it feel like we live in a really nasty part of town.
Yeah, we're in kind of the rough part of Canton, Texas.
Yeah.
We are actually.
You gotta brave some things to get to R&A music.
They're like, where are you located?
Come on
oh,
down.
I'm 198. They're like, oh,
198.
Yeah.
I don't really go that
Look
way.
for the building.
That's like you're driving toward Gun Barrel City.
And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
really go out there.
If you're going to Gun Barrel City from Canton, you'll drive right
Yeah,
past
we got a city
Gun
named
Barrel
Gun
City,
Barrel.
Texas.
Look for the
City.
building that
Isn't
has
there
a
part
car
of
smashed.
town
in the door.
called something shoot?
Cut and shoot.
Cut and shoot.
Cut and shoot, Texas.
So it could be worse.
It was, hey,
Texas.
I think Gun Barrel is a cool name. I think the town could be cooler.
It's getting there. It's,
it's got a
actually
leg.
getting
It's
really
got-
nice.
They got a Chili's.
It has a movie theater.
Got movie theater.
Chili's.
Hello.
And doesn't have a movie theater.
Their Walmart is bigger than ours.
But we got a seating area, but not a movie theater.
What?
We got a little seating
A
area.
little pocket park. We got a pocket
We
park.
got a park.
They don't have a pocket park in Gun Barrel City. They have a meth problem in Gun
I
Barrel
don't know
City.
what a park.
They have a pocket park in
is.
Denver. Sorry.
On the corner by the courthouse, they built that little thing. They put the statue. in
Oh, that
front of it.
little. Hey, let's put a fence around an empty yard and call it something.
It's a pocket park.
It's called a pocket park.
You can go
It's
sit
so
there.
stupid.
How many times
There's a
are we
little
going to say pocket
fountain.
park?
It's so stupid.
More times than we say Flipside Music. Pocket Park. Flipside Music has some new t-shirts coming out, y'all. You should go buy one. I'm not going to buy one because this is a family-friendly
I might
channel.
buy one.
You can have one.
You can buy one and you wear
There
it.
you go.
There you go.
I can have one?
Italians, we got each other's backs.
Yeah, you do. It's the popo. It's the popo.
The police are
We better wrap it
outside
up.
the door.
Somebody's honking outside.
Yeah. If they come to the door, I'm going to laugh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh.
Did we lock the
'cause
door?
like,
Did you lock the door?
You let me in.
I don't know if I locked the door. All right, y'all. Well, that's enough for today anyways. I got to go lock the door. So, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Ask R&A. It's the second one of 2019. Go buy an R&A Music shirt if you want. Link in the description to our Teespring store. You guys have been buying that lately, and that's super awesome the way to support our channel. We really appreciate that. There's some Bitter Bass tees on the Bitter Bass Teespring. Link in the description. If you want to be a Bitter Bass man, there's a few of you Bitter Bass players out there. So,
That's a cool looking shirt. It doesn't necessarily. Any bass player can wear it.
yeah.
They're gonna ask you why you're so bitter. Just
I play the bass.
yeah. That's all you gotta say.
That's all I got to say.
I'm not going to put a link to Flipside Music in the description. You just
I think enough verbal.
that's enough. That's enough.
Flipside
plugs,
Music, Denver, Colorado.
Anthony. Yeah. I do miss him. He needs to come down and visit and go have some pizza at Jerry's.
I
Now I'm
know.
gonna shave my head so I can look just like him.
You should.
Oh my gosh.
That would be hilarious.
I think I'd get in trouble at work, but I would.
You can't get in trouble for shaving your head. There's not any bald guys in your company?
No. Oh, one doctor.
Can't discriminate against people with no hair. That's racist.
We're getting too.
I don't know,
Too upset
sorry.
about that. Right?
I want to shave mine too. All right. Thank you guys so much. If you have a question for next week, please leave it below in the comment section of this video. And I will try.
Spacebar.
I will try to
Control Alt.
actually copy those and answer all the questions next week. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to the one person giving it thumbs down.
It's
We
me.
love you.
It's only on the Ask Arne videos. Every Ask
Sure
Arne, there's a
hate.
thumbs down.
But you keep watching.
You keep watching, and boom! And YouTube doesn't give a crap if you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All YouTube sees is engagement. They're like, hey, they're getting a reaction. Let's push this video. So, thank you. Thank you.
I just thumb down on comments.
Yeah. And, yeah. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, keep the music alive. Music needs you.
You need the music.
We need to keep it alive for this next generation of musicians of all ages and ethnic backgrounds. Keep it alive.
And non-white, what'd you say? Darker white people.
Olive skin.
People
White people and
that are
non-white
not
people. God.
Okay,
It's
am
more
I
like-
the only one who thinks dividing race by the certain colors is just
Non-brown
stupid?
people.
Yes, non-brown.
Because, well, now you got white and you have...
You know what really grinds my gears?
there you go.
The amount of non-brown people.
Exactly.
Oh, there's milk chocolate.
And I tried to spread the
Dark
love,
chocolate.
but then I ended up with a white and a brown. And a ish brown kid.
I said that.
What was that?
I said,
was
look
that,
like
Paul?
he has a tan.
Oh.
Who
yeah.
does?
Your son.
Yeah.
He
He
does.
doesn't. He'll never have to go in the sun.
That's true.
When he does, he gets
He'll-
He
browner.
won't have
He'll get
skin
freckles.
cancer.
Oh.
See, he's
He's
lucky.
gonna be tall, dark, and handsome.
That's true.
I'm just tall and handsome.
I'm just pale.
He got the other side
You're
of
just,
the Italian
you're just
heritage.
super Italian.
You
He's
know-
more like the West Coast Italian, not the East Coast Italian. The East Coast Italian were browner
Yeah.
than the West Coast Italian. The West Coast Italian were closer to France, so they were lighter skinned. It's true.
Is that a true story?
Yes.
I don't know. Don't you know?
No,
You're bad.
I'm
It's
sorry.
geography,
I
folks.
zoned out because I was thinking, yeah, we're like a different shade of hue because it starts out light brown, white, bright white.
Yeah.
It's like me and my sisters. We do.
It's light, bright, and almost white. Wait,
ultra
bright, white, and
fluorescent.
almost. I don't know. We love all kinds of people, so
We do.
hopefully everybody's.
I
getting
think
that.
they should know
You
that
should
by
have
now.
figured that out by now. I love it when I get called a racist. You're like, you racist? I'm like, yeah, I'm a racist. Come over to my house. Come see my in-laws. I'm a racist.
Unity and diversity. There you go.
gosh.
Bam.
Yeah. Diversity.
One love.
I was in a band one time. I'm not
Oreo.
let's not even talk about it.
I don't know.
Yeah. I was in a band.
Yes, I think we should do a reunion.
Do I
He
get, do I get
would-
brown points?
He's in a band now if he'd ever come over and help me finish the album. Hashtag, how's your album coming?
I was gonna come over tonight and bring my amp
I'm
over.
going to the gym.
Oh yeah,
Dang.
you're going to the gym.
I was on my way to the gym, then somebody texted me when I was leaving Walmart.
Yes.
I have to go
Are these
home
the
and learn how to
bloopers?
play
They have
touch.
to watch this after. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're like Marvel now. We'll
Yeah.
have like stuff after they have
The
to
questions
say
are over now. We're just rambling.
Yeah, ramble on.
Ramble on. It was a UK artist. I have to go home and learn a ZZ Top song so I can teach it tomorrow.
It's touch. It's
it.
just.
I have to go home and go to sleep because I have to be up early to take my sister a couch. But you'll see on that on
I'm
the
going to
blog.
the gym because I don't want to paint.
I got to go home and eat some high-fat content. My eating window is it's already past my eating window.
Oh no.
Intermittent fasting. I'm just going to not eat tomorrow until noon.
Or you can eat a normal, healthy diet of vegetables and meat and cut out all sugars and be a healthy young individual.
Yeah, I've cut out all the sugars. You know, if you haven't had sugar in 8 days, Diet Dr. Pepper actually tastes really good.
I know. When was the last frap you had?
Oh gosh.
It's been weeks.
It's been
It's been
2 days.
It's been a year. I haven't had a frap this whole year.
You didn't have one before Christmas.
10 days into it.
I don't know. Does it
It's
count?
been since November.
Yeah, I haven't had
since
a
he's one.
frappe from McDonald's.
Oh no, just into it.
I've had coffee at home with too much sugar in it
Yeah.
in December, but not this year.
Like,
You know, if you add 20 packs of sugar, your coffee tastes awesome.
Hey, you know what's great about coffee? If you put a buttload of sugar and milk in it, it's
I'm
awesome.
telling you, if you did just the
Let me tell you what I learned about
French
just putting
vanilla
what I-
or the
You know
flavored,
how much sugar's in that though?
less than the packs you're
A
putting
lot.
in.
See, the last mistake I made was I put a bunch of sugar in it, and then I put the creamer in it. I was like, oh, I don't think I can drink that. I don't think I can finish this, is what I actually said.
As you felt the diabetes.
I was like, I passed out. You know what sucks though? I had some coffee with just half and half in it,
Yeah.
and a sprinkle of stevia.
I'm telling you,
I polled everybody. There's a lot of people out there who drink coffee just black. I'm like,
I do that.
why?
Why do it? Because normally I'm out of creamer or sugars. I'll just drink the coffee.
oh, y'all talking to me?
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay,
I'll
we'll
just
see you guys later.
Be on my phone.
I like my coffee like my women, anywhere from dark to light tan.
To pasty white.
Pasty white sometimes. Sometimes I put too much milk in there.
Like I like my women. Single.
Single shot.
Single shot. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Like,